Hello and welcome. It's a great sunny day out there, and we're looking forward to a wonderful show today. Audrey DeYoung here with Audrey Live. It's Thursday, September the 21st, and it is gorgeous out there today. I live here close to London, Ontario, and the sun is out and it is beautiful. I don't know, I would say like 25 degrees, but when you're in the sun, it is hot. So it's just great, a great day to be alive and to be in the sunshine and just to enjoy all that nature has for us. Our guests today are Beth Wagner and Sally Towers-Sybblis, and I'm so pleased to have them with us and for them to show all of their talents and give us a little sneak peek into their classes for the Art Waves Live online fall show, which it will be November. I should have this just right at the top of my head, November 1st to the 5th. And yeah, we're getting really excited for that online show, which will be our last online show. I know a lot of you are sad about that, but it just means that we're turning the page to hopefully something else in the near future. So anyway, we would love to hear from you and where you're from, and tell us a little bit about yourselves on the Facebook chat there. And also, if you have any questions throughout the show or comments, please put them there, and myself or the guests will respond to you. So thank you again for joining us. And yeah, it's gonna be a great show. It's fall time. It definitely feels like fall time. When is the first day of fall? I think it's tomorrow, right? Today's the 21st. So yeah, it's either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. Somebody let me know about that, because I'm thinking it's the 21st, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody will let me know. I'm going to go and see on the chat here, see if anybody's on, and yeah, see if anybody can remind me. Oh, hello, Suzanne from North Idaho. Please tell me where you're from. I would love to hear. Yeah, is it the first day of fall or not? I'm really mixed up today. It's been a busy time. So just kind of let you know, to my daughter, Ashley, oldest daughter, and her husband, and the two children have purchased a home, and yesterday was their date that they got the keys. So I was over there this morning with Ashley, just taking down some curtains and things like that. The house is beautiful. It's a yellow brick house, and the people that lived in it took fabulous care of it. So there's not a lot to do except for some painting, perhaps. And so we're just kind of assessing the house and deciding which rooms to be painted and things like that. So it's up in Dashwood, so it's about a half an hour from us. You think so too, eh, Suzanne? That today's the first day of fall? Okay, good. I'm not just out there. So yeah, so it's just wonderful to be out there and to start kind of just sitting outside and enjoying the fresh air. And they have a garden beside them that has just got apple trees, peach trees, pear trees, grapes, raspberries, all sorts of, I know there's a lot more, but that's kind of what your eye can see when you first arrive. So I brought a basket home with some apples already and some grapes, Concord grapes, and some peaches. So I'm looking forward to getting like a big basket maybe this weekend, because right now all those apples are falling. So we got to get up into the tree and get them down and make some applesauce and some apple crisp and some apple pies and probably, hopefully, some grape jam and jelly. So yeah, it's just really a great time for them to for this move for them as well. So we're really excited for them, but that means that it's going to be really busy over the next week or so, helping with painting and moving and that sort of thing. So hello, I see I have, oh, hello, Roberta. It's been a long time. Oh my goodness. Yes, I need to get back down to Niagara Falls and have a visit. Oh my, it's been a long time. And I see Georgia's on there. Yes, next spring you'll find many more plants. Yeah, I know they will find many more plants there. Hi, Margie. Howdy. And Brenda. Hello, Brenda. She's catching up with me. Good morning. Just catching you in the doctor's office with our son. You can find us anywhere pretty well. Mobile, we are there. Computer, anywhere where you go. Herlina from Southern Idaho. Hello. I don't know. I don't think we've met. So nice to meet you. And of course, Suzanne. So yeah, nice to have everybody with us here today, and hope that you will enjoy the show. A couple of things I was going to share with you. Hopefully it's going to work. I'm starting to think about fall decorations. I don't know if you guys decorate for fall time or for Halloween time. I typically decorate for fall. So kind of once this week goes by, usually I would have done it about this week, but I'll wait till we're done the move with my daughter, and then get to doing a little bit of decorating. So depending on my time frame, sometimes I do quite a bit and other times not a lot, but I've done a lot of painting, fall paintings that I like to put up, fall signs, a couple of mums, a couple of like I really like this one right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. This one in the middle. I've got an old wheelbarrow, and then just to put some leaves in there and a mum and a couple of pumpkins on the porch. I thought that just looked really neat, and that would be very easy to do. Let me just see if I can share my screen. Is this the one? I think it is. Let's see if this will work. Oh, there we go. I think that works. Not quite. How do you guys see that? So these are just a few things that I've done. Yeah, you can kind of see my computer in there too, but come ideas. I do this quite often. I kind of say, okay, I want to do decoration. So I just kind of look on Pinterest or wherever and just get ideas and put them on a paper, and then print it out, and then see what I have around the yard, around the neighborhood. When you're on those back roads, driving, what you can find on the side of the roads, perhaps. So these are just a few ideas. There's a nice autumn sign there, gather the harvest, that you can even put inside using crates. I've got a couple of these old crates, so that would be kind of neat. And I know these pumpkin signs at the bottom, I actually found something that was that pumpkin shape at Dollar Tree. And I brought it back and I just painted over it and did that. And that was really turned out neat. And then I just like did a little raffia bow on it. So that turned out really well as well. So yeah, so that was kind of neat. And here's just a couple other ideas, using mums and using pumpkins. And I do have one of those black containers that I usually have a candle in. So you can see in the middle one there, we've put, they've put a couple of leaves around or pine cones even, or you can just fill up with the little gourds. Yeah, just a few more ideas there with pumpkins and crates and signs. There's just so much you can do. And there's a whole front porch. I thought that was really kind of neat if you had the time to do a full display. Kind of a neat idea as well. So yeah, I will post those actually on the Facebook feed there. So if anybody wants to use some of those ideas. So that's kind of what I do when I'm thinking of decorating. Like right now, once I've done the fall, then I'll start thinking about, Christmas things that I want to do. And I just keep putting them on Word, on papers, and then file it to look at later. So that one I actually did last year. So it was very easy just to pull it up and take a look at it. So let me know, what do you do for fall? Do you decorate for fall or do you decorate for Halloween? Just kind of neat to know, and maybe post a picture once you have done that decoration so that we can see what other people are doing in their neck of the woods, so to speak. So hi, Brenda. You have a wheelbarrow as well, any time of the year. It's a great container and movable. That's so true that you can use it any time of the year, everywhere. Yeah, it would be good to use for, I'll have to think about Christmas, but we could use that wheelbarrow for Christmas. Hi, Helen from the CA. And who else do we have here? Everybody, thank you so much for popping in here today. So I'm going to start with our first guest and get us started. Our first guest today is Beth Wagner. Beth has had a a lifelong love of art and design. She is a graduate of the Fashion Institute of Technology and worked for many years as a fashion illustrator in New York City. Very exciting. She began giving painting lessons in a retail store such as Creativity and Michael's. Beth soon expanded to give lessons in her home studio while creating original designs. She also owned and operated a mural and furniture painting business, specializing in residential and commercial work. Beth has been published in various magazines, online publications, and books. She presently teaches locally and travels to chapters and conventions regularly. Beth thoroughly enjoys teaching and designing projects for decorative painting. Beth always encourages creativity in her students, and Beth has recently moved to a new home in Florida. So I am going to bring her on. I'm thinking this is her. And I'm going to bring her iPad in right away too, because I'm not sure which one is she's using for her demo and which one she is using for us to see her. There we go. Well, there you are. Hello, Beth. Hi, Beth. Can you hear me? Oh, hold on. We can't hear you. Do you have your volume down, maybe? Because it says that we should be able to hear. Oh, it says you're connecting to audio right now. There you are. Yes. Hello, Beth.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Sue is not with us. The nerve of her. She's in Arizona having a wonderful vacation. Really? I mean, how inconsiderate of her. So can you switch me back and forth, Audrey?
Actually, yeah, I have your iPhone there. So when it's time, I will just put that up, I think.
Okay.
Because I see your iPhone is connected.
Yes, it's all set to go. It's all on Wi-Fi.
Okay, but we should be able to see your piece, I think, already.
Oh.
And we're not seeing it.
Why. Oh, because it's okay. I have to take it down and do this. It's so annoying that Sue did that. I just don't know. Okay. But I don't want no.
Yeah, you just have to. There you go. You've got it, I think.
Okay. But now.
Yep, just put her back where you had it, and that should show your.
It will be kind of funny. Oh, it's. I gotta get to that.
Technology, love it, eh?
It was all so easy until now.
I think you're okay now. Because I don't hear the. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yep. Perfect.
Oh, no. What happened?
Now it turned off again. Do you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
But see, I don't want me to have the audio.
Yeah.
What a pain in the-
Oh, Sue, where are you?
I know.
Oh, Margie says she's watching from Eastern Washington in the mountains. Oh, very nice.
Oh,
Very nice.
Okay, now. And I was all stressed.
Oh, hello, Debbie. Debbie's here from Dorchester. Thank you for joining us. Well, let's, because we can always, because it was working, but it's like, can you turn the volume off on that?
That's
On
what
your
I'm.
phone?
All right, maybe that'll work because that's what I was trying to do when everything went
Go
bad.
to your, do you know where your settings are?
Yes.
Go to your settings.
Okay.
And then you'll see if you go down, mine's about 4 down, it'll say volume or sound or something like that.
Location of screen time.
You see, let's see, what does it say?
Photos.
Sounds and vibrations. Does yours say sounds and vibrations?
Let me try.
No?
Screen
And I just
time.
hit,
Oh, yep, hit
and
sound.
then there should be one that says mute. Just hit that.
Okay.
And then that should take the sound off of.
Lock sound.
Yeah.
Okay, did that do it? No.
I think, no. Huh.
No.
Well, maybe you have to have the sound on that and take it off the iPad.
I say usually I go in with the iPad, but let's try that. This is awesome. Oh, what a shame. Right, let's try.
There. Oh, I don't hear the vibration now.
But I'm not. See, as soon as I talk, we get the
Yes.
vibration.
Did you turn the volume off on your iPad?
Not yet. I'm afraid to touch anything.
Because then you'll be, when you talk, it'll come through your iPhone instead of your iPad.
Right.
We've done this before and it's worked just fine. So
I know. I'm so used to setting it off on my phone. I'm so afraid I'm going to lose it.
any suggestions out there from
All right, settings. All right, settings. All right, settings. All right, settings.
because I think we are seeing.
It's more than vibration of the talking.
Yeah, I know. Debbie says you can't have both audios on. The device is going. So
I know that. Usually it's just right over on my phone.
So on your iPad, you have to turn the volume
Is that
off.
better? No.
No.
So, I'm in settings now. Sound?
And then hit mute.
No. No. Not giving me the option. Oh, did it? No. Wi-Fi? Control.
Oh, Suzanne says she's currently painting Halloween decorations for her granddaughters. Oh, that's wonderful.
I don't. Music, TV, photos, camera, books.
Well, I wonder, do you think you want to figure it out that I will go and bring Sally on and have her do the demo and then come back?
Yes, I think we should.
Okay. We'll do that.
And I thought she was first.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. I will do that. And then that way
Lock
you'll
sound.
be able to.
But it's on. All right, you better go.
Okay. I'll put you in the waiting room. Okay. We'll see you in a bit. Oh, that's so frustrating because we've done it so often, Beth. I know she's feeling very bad right now, but certainly she knows that she can do it. It says when you sign into Zoom, you have to say no audio for the device that is the camera. Ah, okay. Perfect. Well, thank you, Debbie. We will, hopefully she'll figure it out by the time we get back to her. So we are going to go to Sally. Sally, I hope she's there. Yes, I think she's there. Let's see. Sally, Towers-Sybblis. Sally is a mixed media artist from Red Deer, Alberta, Canada, and her whimsical style of art often incorporates a combination of lettering, watercolor, and bookmaking. Her passion lies in inspiring others to experience the joy of creativity. She does this through teaching various workshops around the province and online. Sally believes that everyone has the innate ability to create. Her teaching style is one that inspires and evokes joy through the process of creativity. And you'll see that in just the colors that she uses too. It just, you look at it and it just makes you smile for sure. Her journey to become an artist began at Grant MacEwan University, where she studied fiber arts and visual communications. Let's see, there she is. Hello, Sally. She's coming in. Hello, Sally. Hi, Sally.
Hi. Why do I have that? Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay. Sorry.
No problem. Oh, we had such a Beth's not having a good day trying to figure out her audio and the sound. It's just because has 2 cameras set up. So we're having a few issues there. So we're coming over to you, and then I've got us. Hopefully we can get Beth back on. So
Okay. Good thing I got mine figured out, because usually I struggle too.
And is it a beautiful day there as well?
Yes, it is. It is a very nice fall day, but we certainly had frost this morning. So I was going to go out, but there was like about half an inch of ice on my car. And I'm like, yeah.
No. Oh, not already. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I know quite a few years ago when we had the show in just north of Calgary. Also, it's gone.
Olds,
yes, and Olds. And I can remember the one year we had snow. And it was about this time too. It was like the 3rd week in September, and there was snow. I could not believe it. That's the earliest I've ever had snow. So that was very interesting.
Yeah.
So what's been keeping you busy this summer?
Oh, all kinds of stuff. I did a lot of day trips with my friends, so that was keeping me busy.
Yeah.
Work related, I'm busy getting ready for an exhibition at the Lacombe Memorial Center.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I have some of my paintings back here. This is my whimsical art that's going to be on display there.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm writing a book on the whimsical art. So,
well, congratulations.
Yeah, so it's going to be, once it's all said and done, it'll be on Amazon as a Kindle and as a print book.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite a job, I'm sure.
Yes, if all goes as planned. I mean, it would be great if I could have it done before Christmas, but I seem to struggle right now because I'm so busy. So I have to block out time for it, which I haven't done. So yeah.
Good. And so other than that, I guess you've been creating many different ways then for the art gallery plus for the book. So there's lots of different things keeping your mind busy one way and the other.
Always. Yes, always.
Oh, good. Well, maybe you can show everybody the projects that you're going to be teaching first for Art Waves.
Oh,
do you have them available there?
I have one of them available. I think this is one of them, isn't it?
Yep. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I don't have my other 2 available, but I can show you some other projects that are similar to that.
Okay, that Happy Thanksgiving. I'll just let everyone know that you're teaching that on the Wednesday from 3 till 5 p.m. Eastern, and that's Wednesday, November the 8th.
Okay.
No, sorry, the 1st.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're on top of these things. And I am doing like a snow card. It's called There's Snow Place Like Home. And then that's also a little whimsical piece of art. And what is the other one?
The other one's called Blueville.
Blueville. Okay.
Blueville.
Yeah. So another piece of whimsical art that combines watercolor with Crayola marker. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And that one is the Thursday from 3 to 5 Eastern.
Yes. Okay. So I'll just maybe talk a little bit about what I do here. So I kind of stumbled upon this whimsical art during the pandemic, right, as a coping mechanism. I found that the social isolation was very difficult, as I'm sure everybody did. So I just started to do little pieces of whimsical art that I really enjoyed doing, rather than art that, oh, okay, I have a watercolor class to teach or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of how this whole whimsical thing came about. And I just loved it so much. I could just, it's almost like an intuitive meditative practice, just getting down to the watercolor paper and just starting to draw. And a lot of times I just draw and I'll put the felt pen right on the page first without any thought, just relying on my intuition. So there's an example of something like that. But
I'm just gonna highlight you so you're there. It is.
Sure.
There we go.
So there's also times too when I will plan out a project. So this was a Halloween project, and I believe I maybe talked about the importance, or mentioned I was going to talk about the importance of a sketchbook. So it is great to have a sketchbook. This is where a lot of my thought processes occur. It's a Pentel sketchbook, and I use it for a lot of my sketching. And so that'll be done in a sketchbook first, and then I work out all my issues, and then I transfer it to a piece of watercolor paper, and then I do the final painting of it. So there's another one. This was sometimes I have like occasional Zoom classes, like this one was for Valentine's Day. Yeah, so here's a couple other little samples. Like, they're fun to do, right? How could you not
Very
want to?
neat. Yeah.
That was one I did for Mother's Day. This is actually, so with my larger paintings that I have, my big acrylics, most of them are little paintings to begin with. So this actual little painting is actually that big painting over there enlarged. So I always kind of have a starting point for a bigger painting when I do my smaller painting first. So a little bit about the technique. This one was done with a combination of watercolor and markers. So you can see the sky has this nice gray color in it, and that's done with Payne's gray watercolor paint. So I'm just going to switch over my camera here. Do we still have time?
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, go ahead.
Okay. Awesome.
Yep.
Because I'm sure probably some of your viewers might want to see how this is done. So this is my watercolor paper. And usually I'll either draw it out, but this one, I'm just gonna go for the gusto and just do it right on the good paper with my pen. So I start out with, this is a size 01 black Pigma pen, and it's waterproof. I love these pens. They work really great for this process. So I usually start out with a hill, a little hump, and then I'll put like a little house on top of it. So, and there's many different ways that you can draw these little houses out, right? Just keeping it simple, something that I can actually get done in a short period of time. Like if I needed a little card for somebody, maybe happy housewarming or congratulations on your new home purchase. And then I start to embellish it. And I'm always thinking, what are little whimsical things that I can add to these drawings to make them that much more whimsical? Sometimes it's a little heart. Sometimes it might be like a little weather vane. So I'll put a little weather vane up here. And then some little dots here. And how about another little hill coming down here? And another hill here. What about the sun off in the distance there? So you can make your sun as simple or as complicated as you want. I like to keep it simple. Sometimes I'll do like a nighttime scene and I'll have like the moon, and then maybe the sky will be a little bit darker, and then I'll put yellow in the windows. So you can play around with how you do this, right? Depending on what time of day you want to represent. And then often too, I'll add little trees. How about
Always amazes me that you just kind of do it all freehand, just right with the marker. Most of us would have to trace it on with the pencil and then.
yeah, you'd be amazed at how good you get after you've done so many of them.
Yeah, I can imagine.
A birdhouse is always a fun little thing to add into the little whimsical village. Sometimes I'll have cats. I seem to have a lot of cats in my pictures. A little bird, the little tail. What else can we put on here? Oh yeah, a little kind of little curly Q on the roof here. And maybe some frames around these windows. So to paint these, you can use just watercolor if you want. You can use Crayola markers, and I'll show you that in a bit here. Or you can use Tombow markers. So the Crayola markers and the Tombow markers are great because they are water soluble. So they act like watercolor. And they're nice, vibrant colors too, which is what I really love about them. How about a little pathway here? And a little doorknob. How about a little window? Something like that. And then how about another little bird up here? Maybe we'll give him some kneecaps. Little tail feathers, beak. And then sometimes when I'm done, I might go and add a little border onto my piece of art, just something simple and nothing straight. I don't want to interrupt my flow by getting out a ruler and trying to make a straight line. And then I might put another line in here.
Yeah, so many people would be intimidated by that, but once you put that second line in as well, then it kind of makes it look like it's a border, right? It's a
little frame.
Yeah, a frame.
And then I just put some little dots in here. So really, that's all there is to it. And then you can start, oh, let's put another little line. I often will add sketchy lines around things too. Sketchy line around my trees.
So what was the marker that you were using again, just so it people are
Micron size 01 black Pigma pen, and you can get them at most art stores. Probably Michael's carries them too. And I like them because they're permanent. So because we're going to be adding water to this, we want our marker to be permanent so that it doesn't run when I go to paint it, right? Maybe some little lines on my pine tree here. And some little apples. I mean, you can really get as detailed as you want, right? Oops. Something like that. Yeah, it looks good. And maybe some little cobblestones on my pathway here. So nothing but fun, really. And then I'll start to color it. So
now, can you start coloring like right away? That won't.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say yeah. You know, you probably want to wait about 5 minutes because it does take a bit of time for the black Pigma pen to dry. I guess we'll find out, right? Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, I do have some Crayola markers here. Okay, good news. So there's a couple different ways. This is the trick, right? I'll show you. So you can do it. You can paint right on here like this. This is my very favorite color, this limey green. You can do that. And then you just take your water on your brush. So I dabbed my brush in my water container, dabbed it on my rag to get the excess water out. And now I'm just gonna move that color around so that it looks like watercolor paint. Everybody by now is probably going, oh, I didn't know you could do that with a Crayola.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. The only thing is, the only downside is they're not really light fast. So over time they will fade. I mean, I have tried spraying ultraviolet UV like Krylon paint on my stuff, but it still fades. So there's a bit of challenge that way. So the other way that you can do it too is, you know, sometimes if you don't want to color or you don't like this line here, you can color on your palette and just add water that way into your color here, and then bring that color over to your watercolor paper. Oh, that wasn't the pink that I thought it was. I was looking for a nice bright pink, but that's okay. And then once these are dry, you can go on top of them with other colors too. And you can also mix colors. Ooh, how fun is that? And for those of you that would like to see how a dual tip Tombow marker works, I'll show you that too. So this is my Tombow marker. So the Tombow marker is kind of cool. It's got 2 different pen tips on it. And I know they carry these at the art stores, and I know they carry them at Michael's. The only downside is they're quite expensive. Like I think it's probably around $30. Probably it's even gone up from that for like 10 colors. Whereas with the Crayola marker, you get like 20 colors for like, I don't know, $5 or $6. Can't beat that, right?
Now, is there different, I guess it's kind of a silly question, but maybe not, different qualities of like, even like the, say the Crayola markers? Are there ones that are better than others?
I have never investigated that. That is a very good question. Yeah.
I'm just saying, I mean, you can buy them at an art store, but you can also buy them at your dollar store. So, you know, it's kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. So I kind of see what you're getting at there. Yeah, they are really inexpensive at the Dollarama for sure. And these are just like super tips, and pretty sure they sell them at the Dollarama. You get 20 in a package. I mean, if you really wanted to go gung ho, you could buy the 100 set that you can get at. I don't know if they actually carry them at Staples, but I know you can get them online. So yeah.
Well, it would be an inexpensive way to get somebody to start into painting or this type of art, right? That they could, it's very economical to get started into it. If you're going to do a kids class or a beginner class or something like that, and somebody doesn't want to invest too much into it, this would be a great way for them to start their creativity.
It would indeed. Just beware though, if you're going to the Dollarama to buy watercolor paper, I did buy some of their watercolor paper there, and it doesn't really work that great for watercolors. So you want to have some fairly decent quality paper. And Michael's carries that, or the art store. You could even use, I've also done it on just mixed media paper, which sometimes can be a little bit cheaper than the watercolor paper. And I believe Walmart carries the watercolor paper and the mixed media paper too. So shop around.
So it's more about the paper than the marker sometimes.
It is, yeah. Yeah, so it's a nice, simple, fun technique. Maybe this pathway is going to be purple.
Perfect. We got a couple more minutes, and then I better try to get Beth on yet.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, I'll not get this done. So whenever you have to
Yeah.
head out, feel free. And then you can add, oh, this is still wet, but you could add, let's do it on here, little dots and things on top of the color with other colors. Just another element of whimsy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then even, this is kind of fun to do too. So you can take your marker, and then sometimes if I decide, oh, my hill or my sky looks bare, then I'll just go in and add, maybe this brush is too big, but we'll try it. Just like little curly cues, like spirals. So you can probably see it on, oh, this one's got little blades of grass, only I made the blades of grass look like hearts. And then I did that in the sky here too. So you can have as much fun as you want with these little projects. They are delightfully fun, I must say. You know, you're having a bad day, get out your art supplies and do one of these little pictures, and it'll just take your mind off of your stress.
That's for sure. Everybody's enjoying it. Very cool. Looks easy.
It is. That's why I do it.
And so fun and colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
And you can always sweep color from down here, move it up here too, right? Sweep, sweep.
So now what happens if you got a little bit of that color outside, like on the spot that you want white?
Oh, you can just, most colors you can get off. Some stain though. You can just wipe that off of there with your brush.
Okay.
And then dab it with a little piece of paper towel. Yeah, it's pretty forgiving. And you can always add color to color, like maybe this could have like a darker green in there too. Do I have a darker green here? Maybe this one. Throw some of that in there, and it just changes it up.
Well, they asked, so someone's just asking, what type of paper are you using? They said, sorry, they just joined.
100, and that is a good question because I never did mention that. 140-pound Canson cold pressed watercolor paper. So I buy mine in big pads because I'm teaching so much. You can get like a big pad of paper at Michael's. You'll get like The one I use is 11 by 15 in size. And I think you get 30 pages and it's probably around, I don't know, $25 or $30. Imagine how many little pieces of art you could get out of that.
Yes, how many cards?
Yes, make your own cards. Make sure you give them to people that appreciate them, no?
Yes. And they don't end up in the garbage. Well, anyway, this has been great. Maybe you can flip over a minute. We probably should get moving here. And just thank you so much for coming and playing with us. And
Thanks for
putting a
having
smile on
me.
everybody's face. So, and hopefully many people will take your classes. They can just go to our website, c2cevents.com. And there they can see all your projects that you're going to be teaching. And if anybody has any questions, they can put them on the post there or send me an email or a message, and Sally as well. So, well, thank you, Sally. And yeah, we'll see you later. Take
Thanks
care.
for having me. Looking
Oh, you're
forward to-
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Sally. Just so great for her to share all of her talents and information there. And of course, like I said, it just, the colors are just make you smile. You just feel like you really want to paint. So anyway, let's see if we can bring Beth back in. If she's figured this out, let's go, Beth. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, we still have an echo.
Yeah.
You know what, maybe Beth, what we'll have to do today is just do your iPad or wherever we see you. I don't see you yet.
No, I know.
So I'm just,
I don't know why. How about if we don't see me and you just see my projects?
that we can try that too.
Right, let's do that.
So that is the project your iPhone?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move your iPad into the waiting room. Now I just have your iPhone. Oh, but now we don't hear you. I'm going to ask you to start your video, Beth, if you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. There. Can you see if you can start your video, Beth? Oh, such a shame. If it doesn't work, we're definitely going to make sure she's on in one of the upcoming weeks. We'll get her on another week for sure. There seems to be some big technical difficulties here. So I'm going to bring her back on the iPad. Okay, Beth?
Yes. I'm not going to talk. Okay.
But we
Go on.
can't see the project
Go on.
either.
This is-
Yeah. We could, if you like, we certainly can reschedule for one of the upcoming weeks.
Let's do that, Audrey.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's no problem at all.
I know. All right. This is awful. None of us
Yeah,
can.
because I mean, as long as I put your like now I just have you and it's fine.
Well,
It's
yeah,
just
not
there's
that good.
something. Now, somebody did mention that when you sign into Zoom, that you have to say no audio or something like that. So
Well, usually my phone gives me the option
Yeah.
of just saying mute.
yeah,
It didn't
yeah.
give me that option this morning.
Oh, you know what we can do though? Maybe what we'll do is we'll just have you show your projects that you're going to be teaching and we'll talk about them and then we'll bring you on another show to do a demo. How does that sound?
That sounds perfect. The patience of you and the whole audience is unbelievable. And this will be the worksheet that they will be getting for. I will show you. Okay, let's start with my favorite class. I have to be honest. This is my first class at 10 to 2 on Wednesday. Oh, the very first day of November.
If you can move it a little bit more in the center, so like where your face would be, there you go. Now they can see it. Yes, that is Dancing in the Sun
Correct.
on Wednesday, November the 1st, from 10 till 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, it's a beautiful piece. Just
This is my
gorgeous.
new favorite design. Mhm.
Yeah, just gorgeous.
The next.
Move it a little bit more towards there you go. Oh,
That is, let me see this is the top, ladies. It's a duo. The top and the bottom. They are to hang above, one above the other. And again, when we do this correctly, it'll be so much easier to see everything. And that will be the pine cone. So many people have already contacted me, Audrey, saying they want to learn those pine cones. And I do have a technique. And then the third one, and that
and
one
that one,
is-
oh, that was on, yeah, the Thursday from 3 till 7. So that's November
Correct.
the 2nd.
Whoops, now this is falling down. I am just a wreck today. Sue may never leave again when I have something to do. And this is the-
Black Eye Beauties.
Correct. And this, ladies, also can be done on a canvas. If you don't want to do it on a tote, it works just as nicely on a canvas. And maybe I'll even demo a frame. If you didn't want the little checkboard around there, we could do a faux frame. Okay. I
Beautiful.
paint
And
much
that's,
better than technology.
yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Friday from 10 till 2 p.m. Eastern.
Correct, correct. But as long as Audrey has the patience, I will be back and I will demo.
We
And I
definitely
will
will.
have my technical person here. I did so well until that last thing.
Yeah, that's funny, eh? That, I mean, you've never had an issue before, but
No.
it happens. It happens.
I know,
It
I know.
happens. So.
Well, ladies, thanks for showing up, and next time it'll really work, I promise.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Beth. Take
Thank
care.
you, Audrey. Take good
All right.
care.
Go have a cup of tea or something and relax.
Yes, I will. Or a drink.
Yeah.
Thanks, Audrey.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Yep. Bye-bye. Oh, that's wonderful. I know it's frustrating. Sometimes, you know, you've done it so many times. Like I have done this like 10 times. And then that 11th time, it just won't work. I just have to have a little drink of water here. My mug from when I was little. I know a lot of you know already that my mom has moved into the area here by us, into a senior's resident apartment, and she's loving it there, but we've kind of gone through her house and sold the house. So we're starting to do the move process. And this was my mug when I was a little girl. I'm not even sure where my mom got it, but I mean, Audrey at that time was not a popular name. So I'm just so blessed and happy to be able to use my childhood mug again. So anyway, I am going to show a quick video because we're almost out of time, but I did have, oh my goodness, where is it here? So I'm just like that today. Talking about fall things and easy decoration ideas and easy painting ideas. I did find on DecoArt that they had a video. And I will find it, yeah. There we go. And it's fun and easy painting ideas for fall decorating. So I'm going to play that for you. And here we go. Wasn't that neat? Some really great ideas from Deco Art. So thank you, Deco Art, for sending me these videos. I was just thinking, like, you could use real pumpkins if you wanted to do a lot of those different techniques. But then, of course, when the pumpkins are gone, they're gone. So I think Dollar Tree, Dollarama has those pumpkins as well, the plastic ones that you can paint. I also thought that was really neat, the leaves. Like, I'm thinking, okay, how are they going to get that fabric? And it was just, making those leaves out of the wire and then just gluing them onto the fabric and then cutting around it. So simple, so easy. Anyway, yeah, just some great easy ideas that you can do to accent your fall decorating. So yeah, thank you everybody for coming today. It's been a great show. We're running a little late, I think, but we're just on time, whatever you would like to say. And thanks, Beth, for all your trials and tribulations. And we're just glad that we were able to see you and just go over your projects for the Art Waves live online fall show that you'll be teaching there. And we will definitely get her on in one of the upcoming weeks to do a demo for you. And thank you, Sally, for your inspiration and for your colorful designs and your whimsy designs. They're always fun. And I think everybody can go and try some of those designs freehand. You don't even have to, like you said, don't even think about it. Just put it on there. It doesn't have to be straight. It can be whimsical, and just get the Crayola crayons out, or crayon markers, and get going with that as well. So thank you, Joyce Wilson there, and Judy Hampson. So fun to have you with us as well. And yeah, so thank you everybody for joining us. Next week will be September 28th. We're still September, one more week. And our live guests will be Linda O'Connell and Ann Hunter. So we're looking forward to that as well. So put it on your calendar. We'll be here next week, Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern on Audrey Live. Everybody have a great week. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Bye-bye.